Welcome to Excel Speedrun episode 80. By the end of this video, we are going to learn about macros, adding a macro, and saving a macro. First, let us learn what is a macro. If you have tasks in MS Office Excel, you have to do repeatedly, you can record a macro to automate those tasks. For example, you get an Excel sheet every month and you want to just modify it and show it to your superiors. Therefore, if you want to do this every month, you can record a macro in which you perform all the tasks, and then whenever you just get the data, you run it, and every time you run it, it will produce the same result. This is what it is. Therefore, you need to learn macros to automate your task a bit more effectively. A macro is an action or a set of actions that you can run many times as you want. There are few basic rules for using macros. First of all, you must always remember the macros are just a set of codes. Since you don't need to write the code, you often forget that macros are code and therefore they need to be used as a code. Therefore, many people use some unnecessary steps. For example, backing down of a half made result, or changing sheets, clicking on the wrong slides, wrong buttons, selecting wrong space, using Ctrl Z, or there are many other examples. Therefore, for that, you need to keep macros as simple and as effective as possible. You need to minimize the number of steps and do not make any unnecessary steps. Now let us learn how to add a macro in an Excel. Under adding a macro, first you need to start recording the macro. Once you click on start recording, you will get a dialog box in which you need to fill the information and start recording. Afterwards, you need to work on process. You just have to do whatever you want in your macro. And you must remember few important rules I will explain as we go through creating a macro. And then once your macro is finished, you should stop recording. Now let us see how does this actually work in Excel. This is an Excel sheet. Now let us start recording a macro quickly. Here I click on record macro. Under the macro, let's add the name macro wrong. First I will show you how to create and what mistakes are there in a wrong macro. Now let's click on OK. Now we start the recording. We now add a sheet, delete a sheet, add another sheet, type something, and then again delete the sheet. These are few unnecessary changes we have made. Then under the amount, write amount and write is equal to this into price. Click on enter and you scroll down. Then you remove the column of the customer and simple. Now you add borders. Okay, you can see I have made many unnecessary moves, and then just select all, go to insert, and under the page layout and under the recommended charts we add a random chart and click on OK. And I added a random chart in sheet 4. Now everything is over and I stop the recording. Now let us see how to use what we have recorded. But before that, we need to insert a row above so that we can see what is wrong. Now let us go and use the macros. Now as you can see, a code is formed. Due to many unnecessary changes in the code, we have got the wrong code and it is not now working. This all is a code which the Excels create. Now let us close this as we do not need the code anymore. How to add the correct? For that, first go select the information, go to the table, add the table, and then name the table anything you want. Now, since you have the table, now you can start recording a macro. Just go to data, just go to developer, start and record macros, write macro, and now let's click on OK. New macro has been started recording. Now let us start. First step, we delete the row A. Okay, simple. We made no different changes. Next, type amount. A new row gets added in the table. Then type is equal to @quantity into @price bracket close, and then click on enter. As you can see, because we use the table, @quantity and @price stays same. Now we click on OK. And so you can see the amounts get filled. Then the last thing we have to do is go under the table design, add banded columns, select the table design, and then insert slicer of item, click on OK, and then slicer based on item is created. And then immediately go to developer tab and stop the recording. You can see we recorded only with minimal number of steps. Now let us see how does this work in reality. Okay, so we made till we have the table name as A. Now let us go to the developer tab, macros, and then delete the wrong macros, and then run the right macros. As you can see, it went on quickly, but you can see the final result we get is the same. Now let us delete everything here. Now let us take for the next date. We are not doing this for one day, we are doing this for every day. So I copy and then I paste it, insert table. My table has header as, but let's before that let's add the headers because we missed those headers. Okay, now we have added the headers. Select table, my table has headers, and the table name should be A. Now let us start macro again, macro and run. You can see the macros get adjusted irrespective of how many cells there are, because the cells in the table are represented by their quantities, price and amount headers. This is how you create macros in an Excel sheet. If you want another example, let us take on the next date. Here I just taking the next date. and then copy the headers. There are some processes you have to do it yourself. This is because once we name the table as the table A, it works because every time you see new table name gets formed like table 1, table 2, table 3 and so on. Now go to developer macros and use the macro again. Every time you do use this macro, you get the same result without any errors, irrespective of how many rows there are, how many columns there are. This is how you need to add macros in an Excel. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out our different videos too. Till then, bye.